Well, I think it's important for a teacher to be as enthusiastic as the students, and maybe even more so, because they thrive off of your enthusiasm. So they could tell that I was really excited about this. At first, they weren't really sure, but I took them places, and they got really excited about going to see the chip burner, climbing to the top of JFK Middle School and standing on 6 inches of ice to photograph the solar collectors up there. Very interesting. It's nice to get outside the classroom into the real world, where you can make projects and then bring them back in to the school. And that's what we did. The learning curve was very steep and very interesting. We all didn't know very much when we started, but each time we went to a different facility, we had a person speak about their facility, how it operated, and we learned about sustainable energy by visiting those sites. One particularly interesting one was Cooley Dickinson Hospital in Northampton, which is one of the few hospitals that runs its facility off of wood chips. So we didn't know this. People in the community didn't know it. They saw a smokestack with what looked like a plume of smoke rising from the back of the hospital, and for years I drove past it and thought, what a horrible thing for the environment. I later learned that mostly what's being emitted from the smokestack is steam, not smoke. That all the particulates are removed, or most of them are removed from the wood chips, and the smoke is really not smoke. It's heat and vapor. So I started learning that they save $1 million a year using local wood chips from forestry. So this is a tremendous savings to them. We went to grease cars. We saw people, outfitting cars so they could be run off grease. We went, like I say, solar energy. We looked at the wood chip burning. We had people coming in from UMass. They have a terrific program there, speaking at our high school. And then I think one of the most exciting thing was Earth Day occurred during this project. So I went to the principal of the school and said, can we show these videos during Earth Day at our assembly? So we had a school-wide assembly and we showed the videos there, and then we brought in an outside speaker to embellish and teach us about the state of the environment today. So we turned absolutely nothing into this enormous project, and next year, word has it that we're going to run this for a whole week. We're going to have an energy affair at the school. We're going to have the science classes, math classes involved in doing projects around sustainable energy and teaching us about the environment. So really, this project, Imagining Tomorrow, was the impetus behind all these other projects happening at once. So we're very grateful that we got involved in this competition.
This is Lauren Garlock, and we're at the Cooley Dickinson Hospital interviewing Richard Corder, and he's just going to tell us a little bit about the wood chip burner and what it does. Can you just tell us a little bit about yourself and what you do here?
Sure, Lauren. I oversee operations and facilities management here at the hospital, and that involves a lot of the non-surgical departments in the hospital and our plant, which of course the wood chip plant is a part of. We burn wood as our primary source of fuel here at the hospital, and which at its very basic level saves us a considerable amount of money every year. And it's also a good thing to be doing for our community.
And how much money do you think you have saved using this system?
We probably save anywhere from $500,000 to $750,000 a year burning wood instead of oil.
Is there any other reasons why you switched to the wood burning system?
It was done at a time when, as we are today, faced with the realities of diminishing resources, and to be dependent solely on oil-based products is a challenge for any organization, any part of our community. And so we looked at what are our options open to us, and decided probably about 20 years ago that burning wood was a product that was sustainable, that was replaceable, and the byproducts of the burn weren't that bad. The potash gets taken and by local farmers and put on their fields, and the smokestack emits essentially what by the time it's emitted is a lot of steam, and everything else that is emitted is pretty safe for the environment.
Once the wood chips have been sized, they come through a hole in the wall, and they come down here to another sizing screen. This is the last chance for us to get any big sticks that may have made its way through the system. Yep. The chips go down and they come up this flight conveyor, and then they have that big long drum that's turning. And those chips actually go through there 3 times. They go down again before they go off to another part where the dust is taken out of them, and then they're brought up to where they can put into the bins to serve the boiler. You'll be able to see that when you get a little further down. So those chips go into that dryer, and it's not just a straight shot through. They actually make 3 passes in there before they leave. And what we're using is our exhaust gases from the boiler to help dry those wood chips before they get to the boiler. Part of our wet scrubber system, where the particulates and other things that we don't want going out into the atmosphere settle out to the bottom, and we pump those out as a mud that eventually makes its way to a farm.